What's up guys, how's it going? AviddGeek here, time for another video, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of this little guy here, the OUYA, or a little less excited, OUYA. It's a Kickstarter project that happened about a year ago. It got fully funded and now it's finally here. This is the retail version of the OUYA. So let's go ahead and unbox this little guy and I'll talk a little bit while we take a look at the product. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the OUYA gaming console. It just released yesterday. I picked it up yesterday, but I didn't have a chance or the time to unbox it, so I thought I'd do that today. So here you go. Here's the box. You know how we do it. We take a look at the box first. There it is. There's a picture of the controller, the console itself, the nice big bright, well not bright, but very deep red OUYA lettering. On the top it says OUYA. On the back, OUYA. So it's kind of all over the packaging here. It's a very, very nice box. I like the design. It's a very small box for a console, especially compared to a gaming console like the Xbox 360 or the PS3. But it's very, very nice. So here's the back. It has some images of some of the games on here, and has a listing of what's inside the box. And on the bottom of it, it's just kind of the same thing. It says free the games, game console and controller. So now that you've seen the box, let's open it up. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up. So there we go. Take off the tape on the side. And there we go. There's the last bit of tape. So OUYA was a Kickstarter project. Let me just talk a little bit before we actually open it. OUYA was a Kickstarter project. It was funded about a year ago. Got fully funded. The idea is to create a small gaming console, inexpensive, very, very affordable, that was open source. So anyone can kind of make games for this. So I could even go online, download the kit that they have, the SDK, I forget what it's called, but the developer's kit where I can actually go ahead and start making my own games and play it on the system, test it, and then release them. So it's meant to be very, very open for anyone to create new content for it and to be really, really affordable. So it's kind of to give power back to the gamers. So if you wanted to create games your own, you always wanted to, this is the perfect opportunity to do so. Here we go, this slides out. And so begins the revolution. Very bold of them. Very, very bold, but I like it. I like that boldness. I like the fact that they're so confident in their product. So there we go. Very nice. And there it is, guys. There's the controller and there's the console. So let's pull that out here. Here's the controller. Feels nice. Let me take off the plastic here. There's quite a bit of plastic on this thing. Actually, you know what? Before I take off the plastic, move it to the side and I'll give you guys a close-up view in just a moment. Here's the OUYA console. Let me put that aside. Underneath this here, this little inlay tray, we have the power adapter. There we go. Here's the power adapter. That'll plug in the back of your console. So let me put this down. Whoa, everything's flying everywhere. Here are the batteries that go into the controller. So nice that you get some free batteries included. It comes with an HDMI cable. It's a rather short cable, really, really short, but it is nice that it is included, so I don't have to kind of go out and buy anything else. It all comes together with the console. It's a nice touch. Good job, OUYA, especially for $100. Not bad, because even gaming consoles that cost way more than that, 3 to 4 times, don't come with an HDMI cable. So let's put that down. Here's an instruction booklet. Let's see, anything interesting? No, not much. So here is the controller for the OUYA controller. So on the front here we have the directional pad. So as you can see, the layout and kind of everyone else is saying the same thing. It's very similar to the Xbox 360 controller. It's really close in design. Not as curved. I thought I had a controller here, but I don't. It must be downstairs charging, but it's very similar in design. We have the thumbsticks here, so a little bit off to the top of the controller, and this one's off to the bottom of it. So on here we have the D-pad. We also have the 4 buttons here, which spells OUYA, O-U-Y-A. And this actually right here is the touchpad. So you can use this for pretty much games you would normally see on the tablet that you would use your finger to like pull back. Like for Angry Birds, for example, you would just pull back, kind of take your finger off, and it would let go of the slingshot to fire your bird. So it works similar in that fashion. So anything you want to use your mouse with, you can do that. And I guess I hear there's a browser on the OUYA console itself, and you would use that as your mouse pointer to click on things. On the top of the controller, we have the trigger buttons, and we also have the bumpers on top. And it feels okay. I mean, it's a little awkward compared to the 360. So I like these a little bit more recessed, a little bit further down in the controller and a little tucked in. But it doesn't feel bad. The controller feels pretty decent. I mean, it's plasticky feeling. And it has a little bit of weight, so it doesn't feel extremely cheap. But it is cheaper than the Xbox 360 controller, that's for sure. We also have similar to the home button right down here. So I'm assuming that would take you back to the main screen of the console. And underneath these, if I can get them off, I believe they're magnetized. Yeah, here we go. So this just pulls right off. They have magnets which hold it in place. Is where you actually put the batteries. So there's one AA battery on this side and another AA battery on this side. So very cool. There's also some lights on here to indicate which controller this is. So if it's controller number 1, there should be 1 light. And I believe there's room for 4 lights. And that's about it, guys. It's a very nice controller. All right, guys, so time for the console. Let's pull this stuff off here. So like I said, this console is very small. It's running a Tegra 3 processor. It has 1 GB of RAM. So it's very similar to a phone as far as specs. I'll take off the rest of the plastic later. But it's very similar to specs as far as a phone. It is running a version of Android. I don't know what version, but it has its own skin on top of it, so it's going to look completely different than what you see on your phone. It's a very simple in design. It's a lot smaller than I thought. I mean, you can see with my hand, it's tiny. Do I have anything to compare with this? So here's a USB flash drive, and here is the OUYA. So yeah, really small. Surprised how small this thing is, but it's nice because it doesn't take up any space really. So let's take a look at the device itself. It says right in front, OUYA, nicely etched. It feels actually built really well. It feels very sturdy. It feels like this thing can tumble around the house, down the stairs, and it would still be fine. So on the top, we have a power button. So that's to turn on and off the console. Nothing on the sides. On the back, we have the power adapter, so you can plug it in there. We have a micro USB. We have an Ethernet port, so you can plug in the internet. We have an HDMI port, so you can plug out from the OUYA to your TV or anything else that takes HDMI. And you have a USB 2.0 port. So I believe that's used to plug in a flash drive, for example, to increase memory, because this only has 8 GB of space available to store games. The games are relatively small, so that's plenty of space to store quite a bit of games. But if you do need the space and if you want to develop your own games, you can actually just use a flash drive, plug it in, get a 3264 flash drive, and bam! Tons of space for this little guy. I don't know if you can plug in an external hard drive. I'm assuming you can. And I mean, this thing could possibly be up to 2 terabytes, so that's pretty amazing if it does that. On the bottom is just a vent here. So that vent allows the console to breathe. There's some little rubbery grip feet, so it's not completely flush on the floor, but it will stay. On the top, there's also actually some torque screws here, so they encourage you to be able to open it up and take a look inside and just see what you can do with it, tinker around. And that's the nice thing about OUYA, is that pretty much whatever you want to do with this console, just go ahead and do it. Alright guys, thanks for watching my unboxing of the OUYA gaming console. I'm really excited to plug this thing in and test it out and see how well this thing actually works and performs. It's very low on the specs. This is definitely not next-gen gaming, but from what I understand what it does, it's going to be pretty cool. And I know that it does some emulation for old school games, so like if you want to play Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, Genesis, this is a good way of doing it. You can save some space by getting the ROMs. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But thanks again for watching this unboxing of the OUYA system. Let me know if you have any questions at all about the system, anything you want me to check out and talk about specifically regarding the console. Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter at AviddGeek and to check out my site, AviddGeek.com. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. And remember, sharing is caring, so share this video as much as you can. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button or that like button. I appreciate it. It helps out. Alright guys, thanks again for watching, and I will catch you later. Peace out.